Perfect.
Yay, we're live.
Amazing. Hi, everyone. How's it going today?
Hi, everyone. How are you doing?
So today is a special session. Vivi and I will just chat about the market in general, discuss, what's happening in the crypto sphere, where we see, new developments happening, and we'll take it from there. Vivi, how are you doing? Did you see anything happening lately that you want me to touch, that you want me to discuss, or is there anything you want to understand more in crypto? How long have you been in crypto, by the way, Vivi?
So I think I've been in crypto for about 4 years now.
Wow, okay, 4 years.
Maybe more. What about you?
Wow, well, it's been just just 2 years for me. I jumped in really full time in 2017 when the bull market started because I am very greedy and I like money. But no, I started investing in like 2016, but nothing much was happening. And
Sorry, go on.
and then early 2017, I got really full time into crypto. Yeah. How did you get started yourself?
With my family, actually.
Oh wow.
Yes, my mom discovered the crypto world and she was all about it. I'm sorry. And then she started talking and introducing crypto to family, and I was always nearby. So this is how I started with cryptos.
Crypto world, is it a Brazilian website?
No, I mean just crypto in
Just
general.
crypto world in general. Okay, got it.
Yes. And
Wow.
how did you become an analyst?
Pretty cool. Myself, so I got into crypto by working at an exchange called Gatecoin. They were actually the main exchange in Hong Kong for fiat to crypto at the time. They since got bankrupt because of banking regulation in Hong Kong is really difficult to get around, and unfortunately they got all their bank accounts shut. One bank after the other, so they couldn't continue. And the fiat to crypto gateway was their main source of revenue. So yeah, I got started with them. I was in charge of market making, of trading, OTC deals, done all kind of stuff. Basically, I was. It was a very small team, and well, very small team actually, not that small when I left. But yeah, that's where I learned everything about security. Especially that exchange got hacked 2 years before, and so when I gone in, the exchanges was not live back anymore. They were still finishing to rebuild everything from scratch, and so that's where I learned a lot. I learned about how to secure your crypto, what is a cold storage, all kind of stuff. And then I also talked to a lot of projects because ICOs were just getting started, and you could talk to the boss of so many really solid projects very easily because there were no scammers, there were no hackers at the time, or much less than now, and everybody was still very accessible. Not that they are not accessible now, but because they got very famous and they became billionaires, it's more difficult to talk to people now. But like in Hong Kong in 2017, Arthur, like the CEO of BitMEX, he was, you will go to a BitMEX meetup where I will explain how BitMEX works, and everybody was in flops and flip flops and shorts, and it was Arthur making the presentation to like 15 or 20 people, versus now, he drives Lamborghini and wears gold watch and only appears on like Bloomberg TV and stuff like that. So things have changed, and their offices as well. But no, yeah, crypto has done drastic development over the last 2 years, and it's fascinating to be in this industry that's really booming. And yeah, if we get it right, we could be the next big company.
Yes, as for me, I always said like no, I don't want to involve myself with crypto. I don't understand this matter. And look at where I am now.
Yeah, exactly. It's good to listen to your mom. It's good that your mom got you in.
I'm sorry?
It's good that you listened to your mom and that your mom got you in.
Yes, yes. She was like all the time talking about it, like all the time, literally.
But what was she saying? That it's interesting, that it was good to make money, or?
Well, at first she looked like a game addict, actually. She was all the time at CoinMarketCap and trading channels,
Got it.
watching prices and that kind of stuff. Then, uh, then she started writing some things, sharing with her family, and she was always like, "Oh, please give me your opinion. Read this, read that, proofread this, proofread that." It was a very, very cool time actually in my life. We got to spend so much time together, and I nowadays I really like talking, reading about cryptos, but this is how it started.
Got it. Got it. I mean, that's fascinating to see family of whole family being involved in crypto. And yeah, I was just looking at news actually in the global market. I don't know if you followed, but basically there's a lot of tensions growing in the Strait of Hormuz, which is the main the main um path for petrol to be delivered from the Middle East to the rest of the world. And over the weekend, a UK tanker has been seized by Iran, and just yesterday, Iran has. Oh, my session has ended. Okay, 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 guys. So we are still doing the chat with Vivi, and as you can see, the session has now ended on my side. I have unmuted my mic. Vivi, can you still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So I cannot hear you, but I can.
She can hear you. Go to appear and unmute yourself right now.
Yes, Idris,
Yes,
I
so you
can
can
hear
hear.
you.
Okay, go.
Okay.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah. Oh, we keep going?
Yes.
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 Okay. So going back to Iran, Iran has seized the UK tanker over the weekend, and tensions are being definitely elevated in that area. And the United States might step up, and a potential war is could be starting. That's why commodity prices and the market is currently pretty volatile. What has come up over the weekend, though, and that's more related to crypto, is that, and you can see it here, Iran is developing a crypto-backed stable coin backed by gold, basically. So that's a huge news. It's basically the country of Iran, and I was just looking at it and it disappeared. The country of Iran is launching a new cryptocurrency based on gold. So that's, I think, to see a country launching a crypto like that, and a country as kind of controversial as Iran, because global media will portray it as the bad guy with regards to what's happening in the Strait of Hormuz, and the timing as well is very interesting. So let's see how this developed. But yeah, this one, that was the article that came. Iran to launch gold-backed national cryptocurrency. So yeah, wanted to talk about that as well.
Is there anything else?
Sorry, Vivi, go again.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
You were saying?
I
I was
just
just
asking if
asking if
there's
there's
something
something
else you would
else
like
you'd
to
like
add.
to add.
No, I mean
it's. We need to go for 10 minutes to go.
Okay. Yeah. It's no. It's. I mean, it's. Well, what I think is another. This is another step to prove that crypto is becoming bigger and bigger when country finally get started into creating their own currencies, their own cryptocurrencies. And
talk about your personal ICO and IO experiences.
I want to talk about as well our personal kind of ICO and IEO experiences. So for me, it started in 2017 when I got into crypto, and I saw the first. Oh yeah, I remember that. That was what really struck me is when I was working at this exchange Gatecoin, and I was paying some guy that invested in an ICO we were fundraising for, that was called iExec, which are a distributed cloud computing platform. They're based in Lyon in France, actually, which is where I'm from. And they are they were raising a couple of millions, and one of their investors, a Chinese guy, has done, what was it, like about 30x return in BTC in like 3 months, and 30x return in BTC terms. And I was like, wow, this is just insane. And really, this got me into ICOs. And then I was like, wow, okay, I've got to spend more time into that. I've got to understand how it works. And then we were just keeping fundraising for other projects, and taking a fee as others do. And that's really how I got into ICOs. Then the ICO craze has completely exploded over 2017, and I was involved in like, I don't know, 50 ICOs left and right. And then unfortunately 2018 came, market, the bubble popped, and all that died off slowly. There were only 1 or 2 ICOs really that did well in 2018. One of them was Holochain, and then 2019 arrived, and Binance came up with this IEO concept, which actually was existing before 2017. I learned from some friends, but now it's all about IEOs, and hopefully that trend will sustain, and the performance will still be here for a couple of months, so that the market continue to grow. How about you, Vivi?
Well, my first involvement with ICO was, I think, well, I don't remember the year, but like there was this project my mom really liked, and she was like, please translate it for me so I can understand it through. And I translated the white paper. My first ICO project was Biocoin. And from this day on, I started translating several white papers in which I would receive some token in exchange. Well, there are some tokens I never received, actually.
Wow. Yeah, there's been quite a few scams, right?
Yes. But mostly, like with this Biocoin thing, I remember receiving a lot of tokens and giving them to my mom.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. And how was the performance on Biocoin?
You see, I don't actually remember. I don't think it turned like I don't actually remember.
Okay,
so
no worries. And did you do any IEOs then in 2018 or 2019?
No, actually, in 2020. My English isn't the best. Okay, as you can see. So let's start again. Actually, in 2018, I wasn't really into crypto. I wanted to start college, and so I wasn't really into the crypto world and stuff like this. It's been recently since I started to get into again.
Got it.
talk about your views in the market right now.
Now, going back to the market, my current views, Vivi, since you're asking, is that we are currently ranging. We are, let's take a step back. We've been going through a massive bull market. We are currently cooling off a little bit, ranging, especially now we are ranging between 11K and 10K, and 11 and 10. And I think we will be ranging as long as we stay between these two levels. If Bitcoin can close a daily candle or even a 4-hour candle above 11K, I will become more bullish again. But until that appears, then we're still in ranging mode. And on the bearish side, I will be more bearish if we were to close daily candle below 10K or below 9.9. On the meantime, ALS are not looking great versus BTC, and looking at ETH because it's the main driver of all the tokens. It's currently dropping between two significant levels. What you could expect if BTC were to range a little bit more is a retest of that level, which we're not even getting at this point. So at this point, anyone that's investing in crypto, I would recommend to keep BTC as a main holding. And this is not financial advice. Don't forget, you should always do your own research, but that's only my personal opinion on ALS and on these markets. So that's where I see things, and hopefully things will resolve soon, and Bitcoin will kind of decide where it wants to go, and just stop ranging here between these two levels. It's getting boring.
I'm sorry. So Adrian, do you have a favorite cryptocurrency?
Do I have favorite cryptocurrency? No, and I don't want to have any. I see too many people basically being emotionally attached to a crypto, or even, having, it's not like a religion, I don't know how you will call it, but they are dedicated to a project to the point where they have hodlings, or they become like hodlers, the term, where they just keep accumulating and buying every little tips of their favorite crypto project until it goes to zero. And it's never going to zero because you can always drop 50%. But I have good friends doing that, and it saddened me to see them losing money. And I just completely want to dissociate my emotional attachments to my financial holdings, basically. And so that's why I try to not have any favorite projects, even though there are some projects that I like, that I think are great. Even Ethereum, I like Ethereum a lot. I think these guys are doing really cool stuff. I like all this new chain. I like Tezos. I like Cosmos. I like a lot of projects. I think Telcoin are pulling up new, doing a lot of efforts and pushing in the right direction. But that's only my personal preferences on what I think they are doing. It's like you see a great startup doing cool things that could make the world a better place, but then do you want to invest in it? That's another question, because at the end of the day, I want to make money, right? And unfortunately, profits and return on investments are extremely different to fundamentals and personal opinions on, or preferences on particular projects. And that happens in the stock market as well. I see so many guys attached to like Tesla, and thinking these guys are changing the world, electric cars, blah blah blah, and they get completely destroyed. So yeah. So that's my view, Vivi, on personal preferences.
Yes. So
thank you so much, Adrian, for being here today.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be on this channel again, and I shall see you tomorrow.
Yes,
of course.
Well,
all right, take care, Vivi. Take care, bye-bye.
Take care.
Okay, guys, so I'm not closing anything on my end. I keep
It's still live. Wait.